Welcome to Tease Universe. I'm your host, Tyrus, and happy New Year's Eve, folks. This is the final day of 2025. 2026 is just on the horizon. So, I want to wish you all a happy, safe, prosperous new year. Man, I tell you, my final video of the year would be a Marvel Legends Sentinel. Man, I tell you, man, my excitement for the X-Men franchise is through the roof, man. With them being finally introduced in the MCU with the Avengers Doom movie that's on the horizon, that's going to be dropping next year in December. All the buzz surrounding Cyclops and the X-Men and that trailer that came out or that was leaked or whatever. Excited, folks. I've been a huge X-Men fan ever since I can remember my teenage years, collecting the comics in the 80s and the 90s, that Jim Lee run. I still have those comics to this day. That pull-out X-Men run with the first issue with Jim Lee, man, I have that. That's near and dear to my heart. X-Men 92 series, man, come on. That was like the cartoon, one of the cartoons to watch back in the 90s. And then X-Men 97 just blew me away. And it just took that franchise to a whole nother level. So, I mean, what a way to celebrate, such a, incredible animated series and a franchise. And then to cap off the year with the Sentinel, man. And I just got this in. Extremely excited, folks. I mean, I missed out on a comic book HasLab version, but when they revealed this one, I said, you know what? I ain't missing out on this one. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for it, man. So I'm here. I'm ready, folks. I'm gonna stop babbling because I want to get this thing out of the package. I got my X-Men 97 figures already. That entire line has been incredible. It's been, not incredible. It's been excellent. All right. I'm going to try to spin it. Before we crack this thing open, I do want to just give you a closer shot of this box here. It is huge, but it's beautiful, man. I love the colors and everything. I apologize for the glare for my camera. On the side, we have the X-Men 97 characters here. I look forward to part 2, man, or season 2, man. I cannot wait. On the other side, we have a shot of the Sentinel. All right. And then on the back, we have this beautiful image of all of the figures that's been released thus far. The only ones that I do not have is Emma Frost and Sunspot. So I got to get those. And then here we have the shot of all the X-Men in battle against the Sentinel. All right. So, I mean, this is so cool, folks. Really excited. Now, let's get this thing out of the package. All right. Let's go. Ooh. All right, folks, so out of the package, this is how it looks once you take the Sentinel out. It's wrapped in plastic. You see the various accessories here. Let's see, you see blast effects. We also see damaged head sculpt. We also see, I guess, a replaceable head dress for the Sentinel. All right, and of course, you have the entire body of the Sentinel here. You got the straight up blast effect here that you can peg in, and yet another blast effect here. All right, folks, I got this thing out of the packaging, and this is a big boy, folks. He is tall. I think he's like 22 inches, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he definitely has a presence. So this is going to be awesome to be able to set my but my X-Men in and around this thing as they do battle, man. Shout out to the people who are able to buy multiple, man. These things add up. I tell you, I got this thing after the fact, after the pre-orders had closed, and I was able to nab it for a little bit more than it originally went for. But man, really happy and excited for this thing. So let's take a look at all the accessories that this Goliath has in store. All right, folks, in terms of accessories, this Sentinel is packaged with 2 blast effects here, these little longer blast effects. This one's a little longer here, and we have a little shorter blast effect here for the hands or the feet. Wish they would have included maybe 2 for the hands and 2 for the feet in case you want to showcase it, blast it off or whatever. I don't know what you need for a flight stand for this thing. Maybe the hang it with some wires, because this thing does have some weight to it. But we have the 2 blast effects. We also have these 2 other blast effects as well. So if you wanted to peg this into here, all right, like that, you can do that. And you can also peg this one into here. So you have these two blasting effects, or you can just separate them. You can actually maybe put these into the hand and then tap these into the feet, however you want. So you have these two blast effects, these 4 blast effects you could connect. Then they give you these 2 smaller effects here that you can utilize for the Sentinel. So you have a variety of blasting effects that you can utilize for your Sentinel here, for your experience, your X-Men experience. So that's pretty cool. We have this little little chest plate for the Sentinel. So this, I anticipate, would tap into the chest like that. All right, so we have that. Or you can utilize this more damage chest plate when he's battling the X-Men and he's just about to be taken down. You can maybe swip that out. Let's see if okay, this pulls out easily, and then you can like kind of like, I guess, turn it, and then there you go. I like that. This is pretty cool, folks. So you have that for the more damaged look. So then you have the face plate here. Let's look at the face plate first. Let me just, this guy is like, he's pretty cool. All right, so let's see, making sure he stands. I won't tumble over, boy, because he, woo. All right, hold on. Kind of play with him. All right, there we go. Stay. All right, so we do have the damage faceplate, which I really like here. So I mean, that's why it's like if you could get multiple or like 2, that'd be awesome. You have 1 damage, 1 night damage. All right, so this faceplate works. So we can just test that out. Let's see if this will work on camera for me, man. So the best way to swipe this out, to switch out the faceplate, take off this headdress here, and then you're able to like pry it from here, and then you have it like that, and then you can maybe pull this, place this in. All right, so this goes, and then let's try out the more damaged headdress. So we got the damaged headdress, and that just slides on like that. All right, so you got more damage headdress, and then let's just get them all damaged. All right, so we gonna do this here. Oh, this looks so cool. And there you go. So you have more of a damaged Sentinel here, which looks pretty cool, folks. So this guy looks incredible, man. I mean, I love it. It's so much fun to have, finally a Sentinel. Let me move his camera up a bit, that mimics the cartoon. I love figures that mimic what we had in the animated series. That's why I'm so drawn to the Super 7 series of figures, because I always wanted growing up my figures to look like what we had in the cartoons, and this is where it's at for me. I mean, I like what they're doing with this whole X-Men 97 wave of figures. I mean, you actually get what you had in the animated series. And in terms of articulation, this guy seems to be well articulated. The ratchet joints are really tight, so you won't have any issues with it, with the figure falling over. I know we had the issues with the other Sentinel. People were complaining about that. We have the thigh swivel. He can do the splits only so much, but he's well articulated for a big figure. I mean, so I mean, does he have boot swivel? Let's see if we have boot swivel. Oh, he does have boot swivel. All right, so that's pretty cool. You got some nice articulation in the foot area. And I want to test out if you can peg that blast effect into the feet area, and I believe you can. So I want to satisfy my curiosity in terms of seeing if these pegs will work for the feet to like simulate some sort of a blast off effect. And it does. So I just wanted to see, folks, and maybe someone out there wanted to see as well. Now, in terms of pegging into the hands, this is a no-brainer. I'm pretty sure. All right, so we got the blast effects here in the hands. All right, so that works. Will he stand like that? Okay, let's see if he can stay. All right. Stay right there, man. Be good for me. Don't topple over, please. All right, and then we have the bigger blast effect for the hand here that will tap in. So you have kind of like the best of both worlds here with the Sentinel. All right, so this is a big boy. So I like that, folks. He's a big boy, and it's gonna look. And if you can see, folks, I do have my X-Men 97 figures here on the shelf, mixed in with some other figures, Colossus and Beast. We've yet to get those released. I'm pretty sure we'll get that in Wave 2. But man, I am so excited about this. This is really cool to be able to get a Sentinel that represents the cartoon, folks. So articulation works really well. In terms of the waist and everything, he does have this upper, kind of like this waist swivel here. This piece here is more plastic. And this is, of course, the hard plastic. So he does have really decent articulation for a big figure. And in terms of the head articulation, it goes down all the way around. Can go down like that, up a bit. So again, for a big figure, articulation is pretty solid, man. And yeah, I mean, come on, man. This is a Sentinel, so I mean, you can only expect so much. Now, in terms of articulation for the hands, the fingers, man, you do have pretty good articulation. This is pretty, yeah. So they did articulate the fingers and the thumbs, much like we had with the HasLab Giant Man. All right, and so this is pretty cool, man. This is pretty cool. So I like that, the fact that they went all out with the fist, so you can create like a more of a fisted hand with this Sentinel here, which is pretty cool. All right, or you can just try to blast all the X-Men away out of existence. Who knows? X-Men gonna win though. They always win. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I mean, trying to articulate this guy. This is a big figure, man. Oh, I'm having a lot of fun, folks. It's a good New Year's present. Okay, this is so awesome. Oh, this is so cool. Overall, awesome figure, man. I mean, you could just do so much in terms of, swapping out faceplates, accessories. The presence is there for this big Goliath of a figure. And I wanted something to place my X-Men 97 figures against and around. And I'm really happy about this. Looking forward to the Apocalypse figure. That's coming sometime next year. So I have two big items to place my X-Men figures around. And that's, as a collector, that's what I look for. Something that I can anchor my figures around. And I found it with this Sentinel. I didn't need to get 2 and 3. It would have been awesome to get another, but man, these things add up, y'all. So happy, really, really happy about this, folks. And I think I'm going to keep the damaged look as he's fighting my X-Men and everything. And yeah, man, I'm really excited. And just so you can get maybe an idea of just how tall these figures are. Let me get one of my X-Men figures, and we'll see. That way you'll be able to see exactly what's what. So we got Wolverine. We got let's see, we got Cyclops. All right, so you have an idea of just how massive these figures are. I'm even gonna pull out Colossus. All right, so and this is just him crunched over. Let's get him just standing up. All right, so we're gonna get him standing up. All right, so there you go. You get an idea of just how tall this guy is. Yes. All right, let's compare. You know what? Let's compare the Sentinel to yet another giant Marvel Legend figure. As you can see right here to the right, I have Giant Man. And we're going to compare him also to yet another Goliath from within the Marvel Universe. And I'm pretty sure you might be able to guess who I'm talking about, all right? And here for comparison alongside our X-Men 97 Sentinel, we have 2 other actual HasLab items in the form of the enormous Galactus, who still reigns supreme in terms of just being the biggest Marvel Legends HasLab to this point, folks. I don't know if the actual Sentinel HasLab is bigger than this one. I'm not sure. I have to do my fact checks, but in my collection, this is the biggest Marvel Legend item that I have, man. So for me, he still reigns supreme. Then last but not least, we got my main man, Giant Man. And up next, we're going Transformers versus X-Men 97 with the Transformers War for Cybertron Omega Supreme. And to cap off my comparison, I have next to my X-Men 97 Sentinel, really my one and only Sentinel that I've had for some time now, which I bought it from Toys R Us years and years ago, folks. And this has been my one and only Sentinel. But man, has that changed in a big way, folks. So we have my old Toys R Us Sentinel, which I still love to this day. And he has the voice activation still, man. So he can still do the voice. Maybe not. There you go. Yeah, after all these years, he still does the sound effects. So I've had him for a number of years, folks. So Still going to utilize this Toys R Us Sentinel, but man, what a welcome addition this is to my collection with the X-Men 97 version. All right, folks, let's get on to the next. All right, folks, that is a wrap. That's all I have for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed this review, man. Had a blast with this Sentinel. I mean, this was a much needed and welcome addition to my X-Men 97 collection. Definitely wanted some sort of an anchor point from all of my figures, and this is something that I look forward to centering my figures all around in battle. Then we also have that Apocalypse figure that was made for pre-order, pretty much made for pre-order HasLab. That's coming next year. Looking forward to that. One of the things I wish that they did feature or they included with this Sentinel was the tentacles. That's something that I would have loved to have added. That way you can use the tentacles to grab at its villains, the X-Men. I know they said if you had the HasLab Sentinel that those tentacles would go, but I don't have it. So that's something that I really wish that they would have added with this Sentinel, especially with them upping the price for those who missed out on the pre-orders. It's like simplistic art that they've captured, which I really love, man. So again, capturing that cartoon aesthetic really taps at my heartstrings, and they did that. So folks, again, hope you all enjoyed this review. And again, this is where at the last day of 2025, folks, and I really wish each and every one of you, really happy, prosperous, and wonderful new year ahead. Be safe out there, and I wish you all the very best in 2026. And again, appreciate you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. And until next time, be good to one another. Be safe. Stay tuned. And I'll see y'all in 2026, folks. Till next time, bye for now.